What's up, guys? It's your boy Hokage Poo, and the future of Bayern relies on these three contract extensions. You saw it in the thumbnail. Three contract extensions will be the key for future success for Bayern in the next 5 to 6 years. We're gonna talk about it. I'm back with another video, you guys. I've been lagging on the videos. I'm busy, and it's a bad excuse. It just shows you my work ethic, guys. If you ever need inspiration in life, look at me and think, man, Hokage is such a bum. Man, Hokage, he's such a loser. I know I could work harder than Hokage, and I'll do better than him in life than he ever will. And you probably will, guys. So that's just some little bit of inspiration. If you ever need to a little bit of inspiration and a reason to work hard, just look at me and think, that guy, that guy, and just work harder than me, and you'll succeed in life. But anyway, guys, the future of Bayern rests on these three contract extensions: Alphonso Davies, Joshua Kimmich, and most importantly, Jamal Musiala, our king, our black king, Jamal Musiala, our black king. I stand with you, Jamal Musiala, my freaking brother. My brother from another mother, Jamal Musiala. By the way, if the screen is shaking, it's because I'm lazy. I don't want to sit on my desk. I want to be in my nice bed with a fluffy blanket talking. So the laptop's on. The laptop is on my lap. I'm using a laptop as it's supposed to be used, guys, right? It's called a laptop. The top is on my lap. The laptop is on my lap. So this is how we're doing this video. The US, like I said, the future of Bayern in the next 5, 6 years depends on these three contract extensions. Now, it's a little bit of a domino effect here. A little bit of a domino effect with these contract extensions. So, Alphonso Davies is one of them. Let's start with Alphonso Davies. The reason why Alphonso Davies is a key contract extension here is there is not that many top left backs in the world. There isn't. I would only put maybe 5 left backs in the world class conversation. 100%. 5. And Alphonso Davies is one of them. In my opinion, I think this season, I really believe Alphonso Davies has been the most consistent and highest performing left back in all of Europe. I truly believe that. So, in terms of securing the future 5 or 6 years of a quality left back who is probably the best left back in the world, in my opinion, that is a reason why Alphonso Davies, we need to extend his contract. The other reason, Alphonso Davies is key to solidifying the strength of the squad for the next 5 to 6 years. And that is very important for Joshua Kimmich. We'll talk about Joshua Kimmich. Alphonso Davies is the first domino to fall for the other contract extensions to come in. Because if Alphonso Davies signs the contract extension and stays till 2030, he is snubbing Real Madrid for us. That is a big statement for Bayern. That's a big statement for Bayern to beat out Real Madrid for a contract extension of our own players. Real Madrid is the biggest sporting institution in the world. You best know Vini Jr. was in Alphonso Davies' DMs and during the holidays, the last year, telling Alphonso Davies, come to Real Madrid. You know it. And he wants to stay at Bayern. And the reason why we're starting with Alphonso Davies as well is it's basically been reported that Alphonso Davies is going to sign that contract extension. So I was planning to make this video maybe a week ago. Within the last week, Alphonso Davies has basically been confirmed by very reliable sources, Fabrizio Romano, Christian Falk, all those guys, Kerry Howe, all those guys, that he will be extending his contract with Bayern until 2030. So first pillar to fall, Alphonso Davies. Now, the details of Alphonso Davies' transfer, I'm not the happiest. I'm fine with the length. It's a 5-year deal. I'm fine with the salary. 15 million guaranteed salary a year, and apparently Alphonso Davies will be getting a 5 million performance-based, an extra 5 million that he could earn based on his performances. So to earn that 5 million, he needs to be playing well, which I don't mind that. The thing I might not be the happiest about is the reported signing on fee for Alphonso Davies. Apparently, Alphonso Davies is being paid $20 million sign-on fee for extending his contract at Bayern. Now, if this was official and we knew that for sure, I would actually be very happy with the extension, but I would be cautious. I would be worried about how the club is moving. But when it was reported about 4 or 5 days ago that Alphonso Davies is getting this $20 million signing on fee, I must reiterate, I must let this be known, it hasn't been talked about the last 4 or 5 days. Their source wasn't reliable. Fabrizio, none of the big football news sources reported this. So we can take confidence in the fact that Alphonso Davies has extended his contract. We will take that, but we want to hope that It was fake news about the 20 million signing on fee because think about it, 20 million to sign a piece of paper, it's insane. And when we're in a time right now where we need to build the squad more, that a 20 million, that amount could be used on a transfer in the summer, could be used on a transfer during the winter window right now. So I really hope that's not the case. I really hope that's not the case. But either way, Alfonso Davies is the first pillar we need to get to fall, and it looks like it's going to happen. He will be signing his contract extension. Now, this is kind of like a pseudo domino effect because with Alfonso Davies, you are then actually it's a domino effect. You get Alfonso Davies, the next one is Jamal Musiala. It's not also Kimmich. Jamal Musiala is the next pillar because Jamal Musiala wants, as it's been reported, we first of all let's just talk about Jamal Musiala. Why does Jamal Musiala need to extend? Because this guy's a future Ballon d'Or winner. This guy is the face of the German national team. This guy's already the face of Bayern. He's our best player. He's our most. He's just a brilliant footballer. Guys. He's the face of Bayern at 21 years old. He is our best player. He is. In the attack, he is the most dangerous player for Bayern this whole entire season. He has been. Anybody who watches the actual games knows Jamal Musiala has been the best player for Bayern all season. 100%. 100%. So we need to extend his contract because this is a future Ballon d'Or winner, right? Why else do we need to extend his contract, right? Well, in a world where there's a lot of fraudulent number 10s and everything, Jamal Musiala is a gem. When you have a future Ballon d'Or winner, you want to secure his services. So Jamal Musiala, as the face of the German national team, when he shows Germany, he needs to be playing for Bayern. The best German player, in my opinion, usually always has to be playing for Bayern. We need to secure that. We need to maintain that reputation that the best German players play for FC Bayern Munich. We need to keep that going. That is a very important aspect of the club, of FC Bayern Munich. The best Bayern teams have always been built around the best German players. So that you cannot argue against that. That is literally the basis of this club. Any successful squad we've ever had is built off the back of the best German players. So we need to tie down the best German player right now, Jamal Musiala. But what's going to get Jamal Musiala to sign? It is looking like Jamal Musiala is going to sign. There's no report saying that they've reached a contract agreement. It is probably likely that Jamal Musiala will sign, right? Alfonso Davies is the first pillar. Why? Jamal Musiala wants to extend if Bayern is guaranteeing a competitive squad. You get Alfonso Davies for the next 5 years, you're probably getting a top 3 left back in the world for the next 5 years. That strengthens your squad. That is a key signing to secure the strength of your squad. With a strong squad, you are competitive. Jamal Musiala wants to know that he can win the Champions League. He can win all the trophies at club level with Bayern with the squad that's being built. Alfonso Davies is a step in the right direction. Tying him down for the next 5 years is a step in the right direction. And on a personal note for Jamal Musiala, him and Alfonso Davies are best friends. His best friend is staying. He's going to want to stay too. So we know the partnership him and Jamal Musiala and Alfonso Davies has. This is what Jamal Musiala wants to extend with. The only issue I'm hearing right now with Jamal Musiala's contract talks right now is it looks like the wage is agreed, the length of the deal is agreed. The only thing holding up the contract extension from being confirmed is that Jamal Musiala's team wants a buyout clause. Jamal Musiala's team wants an out from Bayern because when you get the buyout clause in, a release clause, it basically means, yes, I'm committed to the club, but if things ever go badly or if a team comes enough with a big enough offer to take me and I want to go, I'll go. So Jamal Musiala, I do not doubt that he's committed to Bayern, and I hate that a lot of Bayern fans are questioning his his love for the club, his dedication to the club. Jamal Musiala, I fully believe, is 100% focused on Bayern, and I'm 100% sure he will sign that contract extension. The only reason Jamal Musiala's side wants a release clause is if things don't go well for Bayern the next 3 years, and he's 3 years into a 5-year contract extension. If Real Madrid come calling, if Barcelona come calling, if Manchester City, Liverpool come calling with the money to pay the release clause, Jamal Musiala will want to make that move because he wants to be successful. Listen, Jamal Musiala is not one of these players who will probably spend his entire career at Bayern. If I'm being realistic, I'd love no, if I'm being hopeful, optimistic, I'd love Jamal Musiala to stay at Bayern throughout his peak and until he's 33 and 34. I understand that. The kid is 21 right now. If he signs his 5-year contract extension, Jamal in 2030, Jamal Musiala will be about 27, 28 years old, entering into his physical prime, right? I personally, if I'm being realistic, I don't think Jamal Musiala stays at Bayern after this next contract extension. I do think, and I do see Jamal Musiala making that move to Real Madrid or Barcelona in the future. In 5, 6 years' time, after his time at Bayern is done, I 100% see that move happening. Or I 100% see him, whoever is the top team in England, in 5, 6 years, I could see him making the move back to the Premier League for the top side in the Premier League. So enjoy Jamal Musiala while it lasts. But Alphonso Davies signed a contract section. Everything that goes into that likely leads to Jamal Musiala signing his contract extension, and then the final player that we need to extend their contract for success and for squad building in the next 5 years is Joshua freaking Kimmich. I hate our fan base. I really don't like our fan base. And maybe it's just the fan base online, and I have to disassociate from the fact that I have to realize that you guys, it's the internet, it's a minority population. I really hope it's a minority population because if you look on the internet, if you look on Twitter, if you look on YouTube, a lot of Bayern fans, a lot of the Bayern fan base online has become very negligent, very, very negligent as to the work Joso Kimmich does for this team. They have become it's gone to the point where they do not appreciate Joso Kimmich. And I don't think Bayern fans really realize that Joso Kimmich is a top 5 midfielder in the world. I stand on that. And Joso Kimmich has been a top 5 midfielder in the world if you take the last 5 or 6 years into account, since 2019, Joshua Kimmich has been a top 5 midfielder in the world. And for 2 or 3 years, he was the best midfielder in the world. Okay? Okay? Bayern fans, at least online, have gone to the point where they are underappreciating him. They're saying, let him go. We'll get Stiller to replace him, which you guys, Stiller is a fantastic player, but Joshua Kimmich is that guy. And Joshua Kimmich, he doesn't listen to the outside noise, right? But guess what? Real Madrid is apparently calling for Joshua Kimmich this summer. Barcelona, Manchester City, the 3 other biggest teams along Bayern are going to be coming for Joshua Kimmich. Liverpool is apparently in contact with Joshua Kimmich. Now, Kimmich, 100%, I guarantee you, in his mind, Joshua Kimmich wants to stay at Bayern. But again, the key things for Joshua Kimmich are sporting success and squad strength. And this is why it's a domino effect, because I think for the player here, out of Davies, Musiala, and Kimmich, the player that cares most about the squad strength and ability to win trophies is Joshua Kimmich, because he's 29, almost turning 30. He doesn't have that much time left in the game. Now, given Joshua Kimmich's professionalism, his physical abilities, the fact that he's never injured, I'm quite confident Joshua Kimmich is one of these players that will be playing at a world-class top level until he's 35. So that's why I'm comfortable with giving a 4 or 5 year deal to a 29-year-old Joshua Kimmich. But if Alphonso Davies extends his contract, which he will, when Jamal Musiala extends his contract, this is all the right moves in all the right directions that will lead to a Joshua Kimmich contract extension. Because if you are signing on Jamal Musiala for another 5, 6 years, in my opinion, a future Ballon d'Or winner, that's securing the future of your squad. We've got Michael Olise. The kid's fantastic. He's going to be great for us the next 4 or 5 years. Securing Alphonso Davies, one of the top left backs in the world for the next 5 years. This is all excellent for squad building, and these are all the things Joshua Kimmich wants to see. So for Joshua Kimmich, he's the last pull of the puzzle, because with Alphonso Davies' contract extending his contract, with Jamal Musiala extending his contract, those are huge squad boosts, squad strength boosts for Bayern in the future, to secure that squad strength the next 4 or 5 years as we try to get back to champions of glory. This is important for Joshua Kimmich, and this is why, with the signings of Alphonso Davies, will lead to the signing extension of Jamal Musiala, which will eventually lead to the extension of Joshua Kimmich. Now, I'm sure Joshua Kimmich wants these players to extend. These are important things for him, right? The other thing with Joshua Kimmich is probably that he wants to see intent in the summer window this year. He probably wants to see 2 or 3 top players come in this summer. That's also very important for Kimmich. So I think for Kimmich, it's not just the contract extensions, it's what we do in the summer this year. So we're gonna have to wait and see. And in terms of the links Joso Kimmich has to Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester City, Liverpool, I think these are very real. I think, and it goes back to that point where Bayern fans underappreciate Joshua Kimmich. I'm serious when I say this, and I genuinely believe there's a reason why Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester City, and Liverpool are all already are all already trying to get into contact with Joshua Kimmich, who is his own agent, by the way. He doesn't have an agent. He does his own agent work, right? These teams are stacked. It's Real Madrid, it's Barcelona, it's Man City, it's Liverpool. Their squads are just as good as Bayern's squad. They're just as capable as us. They have they have the same ability to win Champions Leagues as we do, right? But something I'll say about Joshua Kimmich, and this is a point given made to me on Twitter by my boy Bupinder. Joshua Kimmich is a family man. His family's in Germany. He has 3 kids and everything. It is very unlikely Joshua Kimmich leaves Germany anyway, leaves Bayern anyway because of the family aspect of his life. He's a huge family man, but you never know if Joshua Kimmich, just because of his family, is not going to sacrifice the last 5 years of his prime. He's not going to. If we don't make the right moves, the right contract extensions, the right signings in the summer, and Real Madrid are out there getting with Bellingham, Vini, Mbappe, Rodrigo, and signing more and more talented players. Barcelona with La Masia continuing to make progress under Hansi Flick. Man City making a comeback after this horrible season they've had. Liverpool establishing themselves again under Arne Slot. Joshua Kimmich will look around Europe and think there are some very interesting projects. Very interesting projects. So just a little food for thought. So we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. It's very important we get these 3 contract extensions. If we get these 3 contract extensions, I will be a very happy Bayern fan. A very happy Bayern fan. 100%. If we could get these 3 extensions done, and then we get to the summer and we get rid of Coman, we get rid of Gnabry, we get rid of Leon Goretzka, then we're moving. We bring in 1 or 2 proper wingers. We bring in 2 or 3 proper wingers. We bring in maybe another midfielder who's probably in their prime to replace Leon Goretzka, to play with Palhinha, Kimmich, and Pavlovic in midfield. Then we're cooking. But until then, we're going to have to wait and see. It's been your boy Hokage. Another video. Back at it. Like the vid. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, Champions League this week. Going to be posting that Champions League post-match reaction to Bayern's home game against Bratislava, and then analyzing the league table after it ends. It's the final match day of the league phase in the Champions League. I have a video up on Wednesday. I'll probably see you guys then. That'll probably be my next video. Yeah. Like, subscribe. Wait on this. Peace.